All right, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Hang on 1 second while I get everything situated. It's my first time going live in a while, so but tonight I want to go ahead and address a few things, and in particular, all of these suckers that's running around on the internet, sending their little bullshit shots or whatever the case may be. But my attitude is this. I don't know you motherfuckers. I don't need to know you motherfuckers. And as far as I'm concerned, everything I'm doing in the private and everybody that I'm dealing with and fucking with in the private have you got nothing but actual proven results. It ain't all talk with DreChilly. But like I said, I'm just on here tonight because I challenge any motherfucker to step up to the plate and address me on anything. Anything. I don't care what it is, because I always show proof of claim, and I'm one of the truest, realest motherfucking YouTubers, and I don't even consider myself no fucking YouTuber, but I'm one of the realest people out in regards to showing actual proof of claim. I'm not some motherfucker that's just on the internet trying to monetize the fucking ignorant ass people because I already got Federal Reserve notes. I come from a good background, so that's why like I said, I'm not on this motherfucker trying to market no bullshit to the people, and all in all, I'm some janky ass fucked up motherfucker. You ask any of the 10 people that's in my private group, they'll tell you DreChilly ain't nothing but been thorough. Period. So I'm on here tonight, like I said, to address any motherfucker that got an issue with me, and what it is that I'm teaching, if they feel as if they want to go ahead and take it to that level. Where in the hell is my damn? Hang on 1 second, everybody. Go ahead. My damn chat. Yeah. Hang on 1 second, everybody. I'm trying to enable so you guys can ask some questions and shit. I'm not able to. Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go. Man, I'm all ears, Nick Hill. That's the truth. Exactly. I would like to get my birth certificate money. How? Ain't no, ain't no birth certificate. ain't no money. I mean, what? Why you trying to get some money, Carol Williams? What's money? Wealth is in the mind. Wealth ain't in the pocket. I'm a firm believer of that. It just so happened, yeah, you need, I guess, the Federal Reserve notes to be able to function in a society and stuff like that. But I mean, man, I don't even want to talk about that. I don't write subrogation. I don't even want to talk about that shit. Cause like I said, my attitude is this: like my name wasn't mentioned, and I don't know who you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But all I know, my name wasn't mentioned. And like I said, I'm only addressing this shit because people been like, and even my motherfucking homie True had addressed that shit a while back. It's like, I don't know who you're talking about. And then, like I said, I'm not in the business of calling him motherfucker out because I'm doing what I'm doing. If you guys already know, I'm hardly ever even on YouTube now. I'll pop in here and there and just say what's up to the family and stuff like that and just kick it. But, all of that bullshit, I don't keep up with these motherfuckers. They follow trends. I'm doing what I'm doing. I fucking made Judge Karen Levette retire last year. Fucking retire. I had the goddamn city court magistrate tell me that personally, that lady was fucking pulling her hair out once we was done lighting her motherfucking ass up with all these goddamn civil lawsuits. So locally, I'm helping all types of motherfuckers for free, because as long as a person is willing to, help themselves, then I'm going to double right back and help you fight these motherfuckers. As far as these YouTube motherfuckers, they ain't out here making judges retire. They ain't out here making these people skin crawl. They not out here, having the police, when the police out fucking patrolling the streets and they see your unlicensed and registered vehicle on the streets, these people ain't, the fucking police speed the fuck on and get on because they don't want no issue. So if you ain't doing that, I don't know who you calling out. And like I said, I'm one of the only motherfuckers who show proof of claim consistently with the vast majority of my actual videos. I don't make shit up and then try to flip it and then give people 70-30. I don't do that. I give you 100%. And I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Nick said you keep it 100 and your attention to detail. Exactly. Exactly. My attention to detail is always on point and I'm very thorough. Shit, you in the group, you know. All you gotta do is let everybody else know. But then again, you ain't even gotta do that. Cause my attitude is this. I'm just on here, like I said, to ask where's everybody else proof of claim. Then I guess what's that little punk ass show? I got y'all a little weak ass email that y'all come see me. I don't want to interview with y'all. I'm not a fucking constitutionalist. I don't want to do all of the founding fathers was some treasonous, treacherous motherfuckers and slaveholders. So don't ever get it twisted like, oh, I'm just some fucking right-wing patriot motherfucker that's gonna do y'all punk ass radio show. I don't want to fucking interview me for what? What we gonna talk about? Because I'm already knowing that you motherfuckers just want an issue with me and the goddamn police. They constantly keep pulling you motherfuckers over. So since they pulling you motherfuckers over, don't come fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Ask me to get on y'all motherfucking show because I got a fucking city court judge to fucking retire, and we got all that goddamn traffic court so backed up and fucking backlogged, they don't know what the fuck to do with the goddamn docket sheets. So just because I'm doing that, don't think that I'm gonna give credence to y'all little bullshit YouTube radio show, whatever the fuck y'all call yourself doing. And then on one hand, 1 minute you wanna disrespect, I guess, the fucking government and what your ass is a slave to, and then you want to turn around and say, oh, somebody shouldn't be kneeling for the fucking flag. Man, fuck you, fuck the flag, and fuck the goddamn government and what you motherfuckers is securitized in. I got y'all punk ass email, and I'm not even gonna give you bitches like a shout out. Fuck you. John Lowe said, homie, I feel you. I really don't know what you're talking about. If you were referring to motherfuckers on YouTube or an interview, they technically don't even exist. Or they know they could be robots. Oh, yeah, no, I'm saying in regards to all of these motherfuckers in this so-called patriot community that sending like indirect shots at me. Because, I get a lot of people that email me in the private and be like, damn, Dre, you got to say something because, you don't want these motherfuckers to like get away with the little punk ass shit that they doing. And like I said, I've been so busy with my private group that nobody even gives a fuck about these guys. But I'm only doing this for the two people that sent me these emails and like, okay, man, I really want you to say something because, this is a attack at your credibility. And like I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. That's why I titled the goddamn little bullshit live stream tonight, proof of claim. Where's your proof of claim at? All of this, these motherfuckers, oh, I'm a secure party. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Okay, where your proof of claim at? Hell, anybody can, get documents and put that shit out over the fucking internet, but where the fuck is the proof of claim at? Ain't nobody showing up proof of claim. So you want to question me and what it is that I'm doing, but I'm going to question your monkey ass right back. Where's your proof of claim at? These motherfuckers they ain't, like I said, don't nut. I guarantee you, if we check the stats and the records in the states in which these motherfuckers reside in, don't none of the police departments know them, don't none of the judges know them, don't none of the fucking deputies, don't nobody know these motherfuckers outside of some YouTube, and they mouthing off on YouTube, but I guarantee you don't. No state legislators respect them. The attorney general never heard of these motherfuckers. I can call Mark Bernovich goddamn office any time of the fucking day, and if he not available, hell, they'll put me on the goddamn assistant attorney general, Christina, first name basis. But HMC 1989, hey, I emailed you a couple months ago about a ticket. Could you please email me back? I have a few questions. Yeah, go ahead and Whitney Smith had a long BS day, and I came here to listen to wisdom. Heard enough rants for one day, more or no more. We're all in this together. Man, tell that to the people that consistently want to take little bullshit shots and stuff. And I'm sorry that you had a shitty day, but don't even associate me with none of them guys. I'm like I said, you can't lump me in with them guys. I don't associate with them guys. Period. I don't, like, am I willing to work with some people? I'm not saying that to be disrespectful, but I don't really have any association with the Moorish society. Period. So I mean, I don't know where you're getting that from. And every time I believe that I go live, and excuse me for tooting my own home, but every time I go live, I believe that there is some wisdom in whatever it is that I'm relaying to the people, to the masses. You clearly tuned in for a reason. So that is what it is. But yeah, Nick, I'm just sick of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the funny thing about it is, I don't even know these motherfuckers like that. And yeah, okay, since I don't want to do your little bullshit ass fucked up radio show, that little piece of shit that you call a radio show, where you guys sit around and you talk about, on one hand, how you call yourself, I'm a sovereign, but then you worried about what the fuck the government doing. Stay your stupid ass out of their federal territory. Stay out of their zip codes. Don't conduct any commerce or business within they zip codes. You can't have it both ways. You want to take public benefits and then bitch about it, and then want to come get me to do a little bullshit interview. And yeah, I didn't like the questions that you guys had wanted to ask. Don't ask me about no fucking NFL protest, because you guys already know how I feel about it. I think I've made my viewpoints and I've expressed those viewpoints in regards to that shit previously. But if anybody got any other questions, I just really wanted to address that shit. Point blank, period. And all these little bullshit groups running around. These motherfuckers monetizing the people and turning the people into just straight suckers. Just constantly creating these little bullshit websites. Give me $25. Give me $35. Yeah, I ain't knocking your hustle, but at the end of the day, have some morale intact behind that shit. Don't just get some stupid ass motherfucker to give you a couple of dollars and then, that's okay, because I got a couple dollars out of it. But they ain't learning nothing. You doing all the even if you are doing all the paperwork, what are they getting out of the actual message that you are trying to convey to them? Nothing. Yeah. Fucking head nerd to act, well. But anyway, somebody go ahead. I'll rock out with y'all for about an hour or so. If anybody got any questions, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and shoot. Dre the chat yesterday go wrong. I emailed T, but didn't hear anything back. We've been busy packing and leaving for Cali Wednesday, but I listened to them when they in the Dropbox. So I think. No, hey, in fact, Nick, man, I had stayed up a little bit past my bedtime, man. What night was that? That was Tuesday, man. So I was tired as hell Wednesday, and I had just basically hit the snooze button on the alarm. For what I had sent out yesterday, didn't I figure it would have been a little bit too late for everybody anyway, because I know everybody kind of got like their schedule in regards to that. So it was just me and the actual new group member, and I'll introduce her to everybody on this upcoming Wednesday, and she'll introduce herself to everybody as well. But they didn't nobody show up, but I get it, because everybody, we all got set schedules, and we wanted to go ahead and do that, and I tried to do that, but like I said, I figured everybody else. And when I had sent out the link, but with the link, it was a previous link. It was the link from the Wednesday's original meeting, but nonetheless, yeah. No, it was cool, but I gotta tell Robert, by the way, that I gotta tell Robert to that it wasn't no actual. I didn't record nothing on Wednesday. I didn't record anything on Wednesday, but this upcoming Wednesday, I'll make sure I'm real thorough because I owe you guys one. You know, shit, right? Nick, you know, I always give it up. Always give it up. You know, I always come. Like you said, I'm always attention to detail and I'm thorough with it. And I'm gonna continue to be like that. Uh, John Lowe said, my first question, I'm curious about trying to reclaim my prison bonds. As you know, the court issue bonds, the court issues, and what's your default? They sell the securities. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I ain't gonna tell you how to do that publicly. Hell, you can bond the case. Did you know that? Yeah. Yeah, shit, I don't be on this YouTube shit. I'm not no fucking YouTuber, you know. I'm not on here trying to rip the people off. Hell, I got Federal Reserve notes, a little bit of money. Uh, hit my PayPal for $25 for a consultation, and then you sign up here, and I got all of the documents for man. Get the fuck out of here, John Lowe. Okay, so yeah, you know that, but I mean, you got my email. Yeah, if you got my email, man, hit me up. Ain't nobody saying that, and I guess people feel some type of way because how I came on. That's why I was asking about the rights of segregation because I want to go in court on top of using your strategy incorporated in the IRS. I'm going to exercise my right of segregation to reclaim my bond and use it to set off the charges. Yeah, if you cop the plea, don't none of that shit matter. Any info on parole and probation. Well, they clearly tell you that all your civil rights are suspended while you're on probation or parole. So you don't have any civil liberties. Not that you do, like not that the average person walking around got civil liberties anymore anyway, but they just got you on paper with it, if that's your situation. And that's just me being blunt and straight up with you. And so you've already contracted into it. If you don't want them to throw your ass back in, you just got to do what you got to do in regards to the parole and probation, whatever it is they're requiring you to do. And then when the parole is over, it is some things that you can do to separate that legal fiction or that legal entity from you, i.e., the living woman or living man. But you still got to learn how to control the motherfucker you just got to learn how to control yourself as the transmitting utility or the pass through between the straw man and you. Hang on one second. I'm going to put it in the chat. Here it is. There it is. I just put it in there. No, I'm just saying I kind of want to stay on a little bit though to address a few of these suckers because, like I said, they people got a tendency to want to try to call somebody out, but as you guys know, like I said, maybe I'm on here maybe once a month, maybe. Last stream I did ago was a month ago, almost exactly a month ago. A lot of these dudes can't even control. Like I said, they can't even control where they residing at. Powerless. None of the so-called authorities respect them. You guys ask Matthew Koz, officer badge number 35251, what ended up happening to him when he tried to decide to fuck with me. I asked Karen Levette what happened with her and all that traffic shit from 2015 when she tried fucking with me. So you little Liberty Brothers, whatever the fuck the name of y'all show is, you know what I'm saying? You doing your research, but you guys had better do some research a little bit, better. Research a little bit harder. Because I'm the wrong one on the right day. Period. And I don't play these YouTube games back and forth and all of that because YouTube has already been put on notice from me as well. I exhaust all administrative level remedies before I hit you. But when I hit you, you're going to feel it. Like I said, go look up that officer if y'all. Yeah. Defaulted his motherfucking ass. Shakia Solomon, thanks. Yeah, that's just me being straight up. You already kind of contracted in with him. You might as well just continue to meet the terms and the conditions of the actual contract. And try not to get in trouble while you are underneath that contract because, the more and more you get into trouble, the more and more you feed into the Supreme Court in your actual state's general fund. And they reinvest all of these funds from the general fund, and half of the proceeds, for the most part, going to what is called the CRIS. John Lowe said, "Boy, I need this info. I stay in Florida. These crackers, man." Well, yeah, I guess they tried to try me like as if like, oh, let's try to get an interview. Like, how they try to set you up for that little bullshit, okey doke, Alex Jones type interview. It's like, what the fuck y'all want to talk for me for? And about what? So I said, okay, send me the list of the questions and what y'all trying to ask. I'm pre-screening this shit because I'm already knowing how they'll try to set you up for the okey dokey. Oh, we had the black guy on our show. See, we're not racist. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you might not be racist, but you damn sure prejudiced. You prejudiced. That's for damn certain. But I ain't even gonna give you that benefit of the doubt. My attitude is this: I'm pre-screening all the shit, y'all, because I know for a fact if I do y'all a little fucked up show, you ain't just gonna have it try to make it seem like I'm gonna have a lovely piece and it's gonna be an all peaceful interview and stuff like that. Then you want to bring up the Constitution and all of that. Constitution don't mean nothing. It doesn't even mean nothing to the people that were signing this shit. The people that were signing the stupid ass bullshit only signed it basically so they can go ahead and get out of that fucking basically so they can get out of the goddamn 1606 contract that they fucking ass was in bed with the Crown. Eva L. Bay, I apologize, but I don't usually comment on these things. Somehow I just caught your lives, John. If you have ownership of all your caps, name as a sole proprietor, which can be done with a DDA. Man, there's different ways that man, let me tell you something, man. All of this paperwork that y'all filling out, man, I'm going to tell you guys something. and I'm only say this one time. It's like half and half, right? I'm talking about, I know some serious people, myself included, that are so far in the private. Now, don't get me wrong, I like to play around in the public here and there, but I know some people that are so far along in the private, and the people that is out on YouTube, myself included, a lot of people are not even, and a lot of people that I deal with in the private don't even like the fact that I have a YouTube channel, because they like, none of this information really should be public. And this is why, you know, my aunt told me, she basically she's a lawyer. I got a couple of aunts that's lawyers, in fact, and in particular the one that I deal with a lot specifically told me, stay off YouTube, because the shit that you talk about is kind of like, it's need to know information, and straight up and down, she told me the public don't need to know this information. So you need to just pretty much stay in the private. But there are a lot of things that, when you deep and you well off on the deep end in the private, you can do to control that goddamn straw man. And I'm gonna tell you something, man, and it's not even all complex like people make it seem. People make it seem like you gotta have all these goddamn documents in place and stuff like that. But let me tell y'all something. If y'all never hear me say anything else, study trust law as much as you can. Just study trust law. And when you study trust law, you will be able to see how all of the pieces come together on the chessboard. I apologize though. I've got to go watch my Sabbath video, because it is most times of the day, which let's keep holy Sabbath. Shalom, fam. Shalom. It's interesting. I tried to copyright my name. The state, they rejected it. Yeah, because a lot of the stuff that people are trying to do now in regards to the secure party creditor, they done pretty much caught on. And the fact that the state has a vested interest. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. The fact that all of the states is using the Paris Portray doctrine to continue to have not necessarily sole jurisdiction, but they got jurisdiction over that damn straw man, and they want to keep control of that straw man because they created it, and rightfully so. So since they created it, you just got to know how to go in and interject and make sure that you can pretty much maneuver around some of the things that they're trying to do. Kira Williams, thank you. I hope to stop IRS from taking my tax check. They cannot even find no promissory note saying I owe a student loan. Who in possession? The promissory note ain't the application is the first initial promissory note, or that's the first contract between you and whoever you got the student loan with. That's what they securitized and sold as a negotiable instrument. That's what was done. Now I don't know. Everybody's situation is essentially different, but trust me, that's what they done. All information should be brought to the light. Not necessarily. That's true, but then again, that's not necessarily true, because hell, I didn't see people, lose everything because they devoted and they dedicated themselves to this. The people just want to get something for nothing. And I'm not talking about Federal Reserve notes like, oh, you got to pay somebody. What I'm saying is the people need to match the people who get 1 or 2 hours, maybe 3 hours of sleep on a nightly basis. Match that energy and match that effort if you want something to come to the light. And that ain't me just going off on you, John. I'm just saying everything don't need to go to, man. You know how many people have sacrificed you know how many private researchers, how many people in the private that I know that have sacrificed everything. Kids left them, wife left them. Everybody left them. They lost everything for this. Finding true salvation, true redemption. Because this take hours, literally days, weeks, months, years. This take a lifetime trying to put this whole big puzzle together in the law libraries, researching, defining words, putting it all together. Yeah. Well, I can't. I don't know if I should really put that out because we trying to acquire it right now. But you, I would. I would just say. Damn. I don't know if I should put that out, Nick. But in regards to Whitney Smith, I got two of them. The first one. Damn. We trying to. Well, email me in a private. Email me in a private. Yeah, exactly, Nick. I can't put that one out there. might double back and then take our shit, then flip it and be like, "Oh, yeah, I'm flipping it to them for $5 grand." You know what I mean? So yeah, hey, good catch, Nick. I can't do that, man. And hopefully everything is going good with the packing and everything in regards to your move. But Whitney, just go, yeah, just email me. Yeah, just email me. But yeah, man, this ain't. I mean, the people ain't ready for it. No way. People ain't ready. I respect your opinion. You say all information should be brought to the light, but the people ain't ready to even, live in the light. Everybody living in darkness. Everybody, myself included. Everybody living in the darkness. You know, but people ain't free. You ain't brave. Then you want to chastise, somebody for taking a stand against. Deep down in your heart. You know that the shit that's going on with the NFL, and basically the motherfuckers wanted to ask me a whole bunch of questions regarding this fucking national anthem and all this bullshit. But them motherfuckers know that Cap and Smith ain't done nothing fucking wrong. And if you say you free and you brave, why can't they do whatever the fuck they want to do? Whether they controlling the narrative or not. So they know. They know. Like I said, I'm waiting on one of them to come in here. I know shit, I got like 7,000 subscribers, but I don't know everybody. I go live so infrequent that a lot of people don't, actually check the stream until after I'm off because they might not hit the notification bell. John Lowe, I came across your video. I'm grateful to you for making that video because you put me on a different direction. You need to bring information to light so certain people can utilize it. Yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? That's true. I think a lot of people, man, because I'm really just about to, get rid of all of this. Truth be told, I've really been debating on whether or not I want to get rid of the YouTube channel. And only reason why I haven't got rid of the channel is because I feel as if the group that I got is like they so cool and everybody is respectful and everybody is bringing so much to the table that it's like I met these people off YouTube. So the fact that I met them off YouTube, that pretty much, let me know that there are still good people, in the world, and there are people that are trying to basically get out of this matrix. Shouts out Sophia Stewart, winks eye. But yeah, man. So I mean, and then another part of me is just like, no, I got, I'm saying, the 10 people that I really want to work with, and I'm gonna just, work with these people, and they're gonna be beneficial to me. I'm gonna be beneficial to them, and if they want to, come back in and branch out and start doing their own thing, then so be it. But it's just kind of like I don't know, man. I get what you're saying though. Like, some people, I guarantee, I get emails all the time. People be like, "Man, I came across your channel." Kind of like you just said. I just came across your channel, and dude, I be listening to you all day. A lot of people don't like the profanity. A lot of people don't like what they like to say, consider my rants. But trust me, I just wanted to address this. Nobody's taking none of this stuff personal because I don't know any of these people. And like I said, these people are not. I guarantee you, if you talk to any public official in the state they reside, these people are they don't even know these people. They just like somebody on YouTube talking. Look at how many videos these people make. Like, they making a video just about every day to draw people in to monetize their content on YouTube. I'm not knocking them for that. What I'm saying is that don't try to sell to the internet and to the people like you some Billy Badass, and don't none of the public officials know you. Don't nobody respect you. John Lowe said, "Listen, I'm in the hood. And I'm telling you, between the music, the bullshit, food, television, the powers is to be winning when it comes to war on stupidity. Hell yeah, they've been winning, and they're gonna continue to win, man. These people, they're gonna continue to win. I mean, the hood, man. Shit, the hood is the hood, but the hood gotta want to do something for each other. That's what's wrong with it. In my opinion, that's what's wrong with a lot of the neighborhoods in America. Every neighborhood in America. I mean, people don't know their neighbors no more. People don't want to interact with each other no more. People so antisocial and they're only caught up into their own thing. Then, say for instance, something happened to their property, then they want to, go beat down on all the neighbors' doors. Y'all ain't see shit. Y'all acting like y'all ain't see nothing. Y'all ain't hear nothing. And then they don't even know their neighbors. Don't nobody even know their neighbors no more. I'm like part of that last generation, man. To where when the people, when you seen an old lady, getting the groceries out of her car, you helped her. If she was bringing the groceries into her house by herself, and she didn't have to worry about, somebody going upside her head or laying her down up in her crib and cleaning her out. You know, but a lot of the neighborhoods is infested with. I'm gonna just be honest. They infested with like they no longer drug babies. They like drug addicts that's in their early 20s now. That's just the fact of the matter. They all on drugs. The fucking codeine. Cough syrup, drugs, and they have no type of direction but besides what they hear or what they listen to on television as well as radio. So you caught it right when you said, the powers that be is winning, because don't nobody care about the youth, man. Straight up. Don't nobody give a fuck about these. Most of these motherfuckers that got kids, they don't even want to be around their own goddamn kids. That's why they duck. That's why they duck. And then the women, I give them the benefit of the doubt because hell, if the system ain't got the damn kids, what choice do they got? They gotta, what I'm saying, still fend for themselves and be there with the children. Shout out Beans. I got to go. Thank you. I love your stuff. Have a good night. You as well, Beans. State property, Beans. What up? John Lowe. Synthetic marijuana and synthetic heroin. That's big in my area. Yeah, man. I read all these federal laws too, man. They passing all types of laws. I don't think people realize how big of an epidemic this synthetic heroin and synthetic marijuana stuff is, man. Because I was just reading about a month ago, and they passed a public law because yeah, I do pay attention to the public as well. Because when my straw man decides to operate in a public capacity, I need to know what the federal government is saying or doing or the laws that they're creating for my straw man. But anyway, uh it's so bad that a lot of these teen parents as well as like kids that might be 21, 22, you got a couple of kids or something like that. It's so bad that they basically about to create a whole they giving out block grants to the states to create programs that will educate and be of assistance to grandparents who are raising grandchildren, and the grandparents are raising grandchildren because the kids are on drugs. That's how bad it is. It's like the kids are on drugs. So the fact that the kids are on drugs, the grandparents is about to be able to receive all type of stipends and have programs available to them. Now, do I believe that, because a lot of people, you shouldn't talk about it, and then gonna double back and email me. Well, we don't really want to discuss the racial politics of our show. Well, why not? You want to be honest about the flag. Well, let's be honest about it. And in my honest opinion, I feel as if they didn't do it for the crack era, 1983 to about 1991. They didn't do it for the crack babies in the crack era because that affected the black community. But since the heroin epidemic and the meth epidemic is affecting the white communities, now all of a sudden the government want to kick out block grants and Pell grants and all types of programs and subsidies that these it ain't even necessarily impoverished communities, middle class communities, as well as rich community. Well, rich people, they send their kids to private rehabs and shit. Oh, Jimmy, go ahead and go work out, your issues, that type of shit. But what I'm saying is that there is racial elements into it. And I don't want to be consumed by this little bullshit patriot community, or have people thinking that, oh, Dre is just he identifies himself as like somebody who's, I guess, a sovereign citizen, but he still has that little black side to him, and we're not necessarily a fan of that. Just go ahead and continue to stick to what you do in regards of the research and the information. No, I'll put the research and information out for everybody, but I'm still of the belief that there are racial inequalities, always have been, always will be, until it gets addressed in an honest manner. Keith Williams said, I don't have that problem. I live in Virginia where Nat Turner is from. What problem? Man, you out of your fucking mind if you don't think, man. I had a fucking brother. Yeah, I'll put it out. I got a fucking brother who just got caught up in Virginia on an adult beef. So, man, stop it. You talking about you ain't got what problem? You better not say, you know how many drugs and guns go through Virginia? It seemed like everybody in the damn Midwest got a damn connect out of Virginia, West Virginia, or North, or one of the two Carolinas. John Lowe, Nat Turner never existed. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Nat Turner never existed. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Virginia ain't nothing but a big ass dope hub. And but they kind of like a fringe state because they ain't too far south, but they ain't too far north. So you kind of get a little mixed crowd. On one hand, you still got the we want to kick a black's ass, but then you got the kind of like people from New York, people from Jersey, then they took their ass down there. So they kind of like the Democratic liberal. So they, they still want to kick ass, but they want to kick ass in a passive manner. They just not with the whole, club a motherfucker upside the head and lock him up type of shit. That comes later after we kick his ass intellectually. So I mean, I don't, but I hope you ain't talking about, talking about you ain't got that problem with Virginia. You out your fucking mind. The whole damn country on dope. Ain't shit walking around with a bunch of dope fiend ass motherfuckers. All you gotta do is check your local paper, and I guarantee you somebody got hit off a damn bike, car accidents, fucking zombies, Michael Jackson's Creatures of the Night, Thriller episodes every goddamn night. These motherfuckers is on drugs so bad. If you do your research, all the historical facts surrounding Nat Turner was written by white men. Such as what, man? Like, okay, elaborate. Elaborate. You said if I do my research, all the historical facts surrounding Nat Turner was written. Well, shit, what aspect of a slave wasn't in those days? Hell, the birth dates as well as death dates was not even recorded. The marriages was basically anointed by the goddamn slaveholder. The slaveholder say, okay, you basically have impregnated this woman. I would now pronounce you man and wife. On old Cottage Grove guinea sacks. That's what they did to slaves. So I mean, it wasn't no proper documentation. Hell, you got to remember how most of the people couldn't even, most of those white scallywags and Southern pacifists couldn't even fucking read. So the people that they was trying to enslave, i.e., black people, yeah, they couldn't even read them damn selves. So they damn sure didn't want a black to learn how to read. So I take everything with a grain of salt, but I'll look into that to see how true that is. Now, if you was talking about Uncle Tom's Cabin, then Harriet Beecher Stowe did kind of manipulate the actual writings a little bit because it was an actual Quaker political agenda behind the actual Uncle Tom's Cabin. But yeah, I'll have to look into it. Yeah, I'll have to look into it though. I still, man, Keith Wilson though, you gotta come back and elaborate. You talking about I don't have that problem. I live in Virginia where Nat Turner is from. Because I swear, if you was talking about, oh, y'all don't have a meth problem or heroin problem or a synthetic marijuana problem, man, Show me some statistics, and then I'll shut my mouth in regards to Virginia. Got a pill popping problem too, if you must know, you know. Yeah, but John Lowe, man, I have to look into that, yo. I don't, you said if what people don't understand when the so-called hurricane hit Florida last year, FEMA took control. At any given time, these crackers can put us in a state of emergency. The emergency take control over the food. Well, that's what's going on. I got somebody that's doing some private research for me. That's what we do sometimes, private researchers will exchange and we'll swap research with each other, and so we be taking it old school. We bartering with each other, right? Now, if somebody wants Federal Reserve notes, I don't have no problem, because if I don't have the time to research it, because I'm researching all of my legal work, uh, then I'll do such as such. Uh, the everything that's happening in the Great Lakes region in regards to the water is being manipulated, and a lot of people don't know uh, that the Great Lakes region has 21% of the world's fresh water. And the research that she's basically have been giving to me is that the uh, mitochondria cells in all of the, in particular, black body part organs uh, in that particular region go for high dollars in the black market. And she I'm basically, I don't want to give away too much because she's not done with the actual report that she's putting together for me. But basically, everything that you guys see that's happening in regards to the violence and the Midwest. I don't like really calling out people's cities and stuff, but in regards to, I think you guys know what I'm saying when I say Midwest, my city included. Uh, there's a direct correlation in regards to the high demand for black, in particular, black body parts, because of the cell makeup and the water in that particular region of the country that is consumed has a lot to do with those high demands of those body parts. So all of this shooting and stuff that people see in that region of the country is strategically done due to body parts. Keith Wilson said, I'm driving around and trying to text. I wasn't talking about that. Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Just checking in. Everyone is a slave now. Yeah, everybody is. Everybody been a slave, man. Everybody been a slave. Ain't gonna continue to stay a slave, man. Keith Wilson, I live in the country and I can't leave my doors unlocked. Well, yeah, that's just it. I mean, if you kind of in a remote area, you could probably see somebody coming. It's like the old Marauder days. You out there on in the sandy dunes or wherever. If you out here in the desert or something, and you see people riding up. So you can see somebody riding up. But when you in a metropolitan area, or you within the confines of a city, then uh I watched the Shay Show, guy in my hometown. He like to call him Pookie and Rayray. You gotta watch out for Pookie Rayray, but then I like to flip it. You gotta watch out for Billy and John now too. So it is what it is. That's what it is. Only you missing the point to the newspaper articles, biographies, anything they telling with Nat Turner was written by white men. None of the information could be proven. Yeah, Karen, organs. Yeah, black body organs. Yeah, you know what I mean. Uh, only you missing. Let me reread that. Only you missing the point. The newspaper articles, biographies, anything dealing with Nat Turner was written by white man. None of the information could be proven. Well, what are you? I mean, where's your proof of claim? That's the title of my live stream tonight. Where's your proof of claim at? Where did you come to the conclusion of? Check that out. Yep. But yeah, man, Karen, organs are going for a premium right now. They really are. John Lowe said, "How do you figure the European settlers at the time was unable to read?" Well, you got to remember what was taking place at that time. The fucking European settlers that came to the United or what to America at the time were not noblemen. They had no titles of nobility. That came later. That came at towards the middle of the 17th century. They were considered scoundrels. What it was the original. A lot of people get the colonization of America confused as well. It was two purposes. This is why the first charter failed because they were essentially scoundrels and they were basically here to discover land. And if they were able to succeed in building up the land, then most of the proceeds were to go back to the crown. However, when they originally came here, they were considered outcasts. Now, why were they considered outcasts? Go ask the Church of England. But you said, how do you figure? How do you figure the European settlers at the time was unable to read? Because that's point blank. Period. Most of the people in the world at that time that could fucking read was, like I said, people who had titles of nobility, or you were some type of church advocate or clergyman. You have to think about that. You have to think about it at the time when the European settlers invaded America. We didn't speak English, so they had to teach us our language eventually. They spoke old English for the most part, but some of them were, Dutch as well. So I see your point in regards to that. But it depends on what century you're talking about in Americana history. Now, if you're talking about, you're still talking about like the 1800s, really, truth be told, from about 1765 to about 1865, for about a good 100 years, the vast majority of the American population at that time was illiterate because most of them were sharecroppers and they were, just farmers. All right, Nick, got to get off Dre, getting the kids to bed. I'll hit you up Wednesday during the meeting. Have a question about liens against people properties. We talked about it. I just forget the session. Peace. No worries. Go ahead and look at some of the stuff in the Dropbox and the archives and stuff like that. I put a lot of more documents as well as a manuscript that I'm writing myself, and just be on the lookout because I remember T had asked about, if I was going to ever put out the book that I had wrote, and I'm still debating on whether or not I want to actually put it out. But uh, it's a few pages from it that I put inside the Dropbox. So be on the lookout for that and read it. All right, for sure. Get at me on Wednesday and write your question down. That way on Wednesday you won't forget it. Yeah, but the people that came here were not, considered noble people. Saying basically everything that happened in Australia, it backfired because essentially, when Australia was basically supposed to be a fucking penal colony. That's all it was supposed to be, and it backfired because they rounded up all of the undesirables, dropped them off on a damn island, and they expected them all to kill each other. But it actually backfired because they all came together and said, "Well, we all got to survive, so we got to put our differences aside." And actually, when they came back, oh shit, they didn't kill each other. So now let's go ahead and colonize it. I guess these people are considered civilized now. Now you good, Billy? Oh, hey, I the new group member came to the chat yesterday, but you guys didn't miss anything. I didn't record anything, so you good, because I had wanted, my intent was to make up the session from Wednesday, and I was running on fumes literally, and I hit the snooze button. This is why I wasn't able to make it this Wednesday. But I'm introduce her to everybody, and she's gonna introduce herself to everybody on Wednesday. So the upcoming Wednesday group meeting, you know what I'm saying? She'll introduce herself. But you didn't miss anything. I kind of wanted to address uh, I forget the name of the show. I think it's the Liberty Brothers show or something like that. They sent me a real nasty email in regards to me turning down, doing an interview on their show. So I wanted to address them and make them prove up they claim in regards to a lot of the things that they claim it is that they're doing, you know. But you didn't miss nothing. I guess, if people want to consider that, my rant, then I guess our yeah, I figured that's right. Yeah. Yeah, man. I just, hey, you know me, man. I'm honest with it, yo. I was just, I was tired. I was literally running on fumes, man. But you know how when we get one in, we're going to get it in for real. And I ain't got no problem answering everybody's questions and stuff like that. I was just telling Nick before he had to leave that I put a few more docs in the actual Dropbox if you guys haven't received them already yet. But yeah, yeah. But yeah, you didn't miss much. You said the audio is slow, but I hear you. That's real. I'm going to send you a link to. That's right. I got your email too. Okay, yeah, I got you. Hey man, hopefully you feel better, man. Them the worst kind of colds too. A summer cold, worst kind of colds, man. So hopefully you feel better. Yeah, yeah. What's the video about? I'll check it out. What's the video about? Yeah, you gotta let me know what the video is about. I feel as if that movie Australia, if you remember the movie Australia from, like, I think it came out maybe like '07, '08, somewhere back there. Oh yeah, no problem, Billy. Most definitely, man. You've been such a big help to me and everything like that in regards to what we doing. So yeah, most extremely appreciative of a lot of the stuff that you've done so far, man. Much love. But no, man, and uh I'm just being real tonight though, because I know that we all have differences of opinion and as it relates to a lot of the racial aspects within this stuff, but we got to be real about what's going on. You can't expect to live in a harmonious society and not be realistic about what's taking place. And you can't say somebody is free and brave if they can't control their own narrative. Because if they're not controlling their own narrative and they haven't forced somebody to comply with their narrative, then what's the issue? And vice versa. And it works both ways. And I think that's where, like I said, they wanted me to comply with their narrative. So they sent a little email in response, but yeah, well, none of them has yet to come on and actually, get their point off. And more than likely, they're not going to. Yep. It's biological warfare. Chemtrails is real. I don't know if you guys believe in that, but to me, chemtrails is real. I know that's real. Yep, they do that, and I also believe that they still conducting radiation tests in the Southwest, and they have well, let me not say that. Just know that they use defense contractors as fronts for radiation tests, but they use radiation tests on subjects of lower class. Just put it to you like that. Not how could I put it? when I say lower class, meaning lower socioeconomic class, meaning that they only use radiation tests and they only conduct those tests in areas that are, you know, let's just say the less fortunate. Most definitely. I appreciate that, Carol Williams. I thank you for tuning in, and you know, sorry you had to hear my little rant, but it is what it is. Sometimes I think it's healthy. I can get on here and I can express my viewpoints, and I can go ahead and just chop it up and talk with the people. Like I said, I told them and I sent them an email which time I would be going live. So if they had any issue, they could have addressed me tonight. They chose not to, so it is what it is. That's why I left it alone. But for outside of the first 5 minutes, I feel as if this is a pretty good live stream, and I'm just chopping it up with people. I haven't really answered any questions and nothing like that. I was just chopping it up with everybody, and letting everybody get their comments in, and I'm reading off the comments and vice versa. John Lowe said, David Calloway goes to Virginia and actually investigates the information surrounding that turn. He makes claims based on evidence and artifacts. Okay, but yeah, I know you typing, but what type of evidence and artifacts is he investigating? I mean, these are the things. This is what I mean when I say, okay, you got your attention to details that you have to pay attention to in regards to whatever it is that you are researching or investigating. If you can't get into the particulars, then I don't know. I'll have to read the book, but I would have to read the book. You said, John, a lot of shit don't add up, just like the slave trade. He claims history is told to us in reverse. He may be right. I appreciate your brother. I'm going to email you so I can really dig deep. I will say, in regards to, if you're talking about the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade, because a lot of people always even forget about the what you would consider now the Bering Strait slave trade. Because remember, the western part of the world was at that time considered the unknown as it relates to in America, but that's not entirely true. Like if I'm pretty good friends with my buddy, what you would consider an Eskimo, and let's just say the Norwegian people have been practicing, slave trades in the Western Bering Straits almost 200 years before the transatlantic slave trade took place. But you said a lot of shit don't add up. Just like with the slave trade, he claims history was told to us in reverse. He may be right. Like I said, I'm always up for listening to an alternative opinion on various things. I'm always up for that. But I mean, you got to come with something that will be able to, open up my third eye. Because one of the things that I do appreciate about America is that they put everything right in front of our face, meaning that they're not gonna put it up in the sky, because what'll happen when the people look up, they'll see it. They're not gonna put it behind a door, because what happens when somebody opens up the door? But they will put it right in front of our face in the sense of books. So, I'll have to check it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, send me the link and everything like that. I put my email in the chat, so send me the link and I'll check it out. But yeah. Yep. Yeah. If anybody got any questions, go ahead and shoot. Just stay away from the IRS questions, man. I ain't, stay away from that IRS shit. I ain't, don't ask me no IRS questions, man. Sworn everything, dude. I'm not I'm not fucking with they uh public collection practices. on a public platform. That's why the IRS respect me too. And I'm not saying that to sound braggadocious, man, but the IRS respect me and the public officials out here respect me as well because I they know I understand it. They got an agreement with me. I got an agreement with them. Just let's leave each other alone. Now, if I'm operating in commerce, cool, that's fine because it was bestowed upon y'all to be able to regulate commerce. But as long as I'm not operating in any commercial capacity, don't bother me. Man, like, yeah, well, he got a point. Leave him alone. Okay, bro. He said the phone is going to die. I got to get off YouTube. Type in Dwayne Calloway. Very informative. I'm going to hit you up in the email. Have a good night. Likewise, man. Take care. I thank you for your comments as well as for tuning in tonight. You have a blessed weekend. I did a video on that. I got an interview with Dave and Frank. Go check it out on my channel. It's called DreChilly Interviews Cryptocurrency Guys, Dave and Frank. Cryptocurrency to me, I honestly believe, and this is the reason why I didn't do any particular investments with them, because I honestly believe that cryptocurrency is a Federal Reserve test run. I honestly believe that they wanted to see how the world market, financial markets, would respond to cryptocurrency taking off in a smaller capacity. So I thought that the initial uproar about it was just a trial run, and it was like kind of like a test run, so the Federal Reserve can see what type of leverage they had on the world stage. And come on now, I'm trying not to even. I'm trying to be. I know they be listening too, but they know that I'm not buying that. Oh, it's a Japanese, mathematician, scientist. I think what did they say he was like a math? Yeah, he's a mathematician. I'm not buying that. No, that was. And then now I'm hearing that the IRS basically, has a publication that they're supposed to be coming out. That's going to show people how to report it as income. So I'm definitely not buying it in regards to like, oh, this is gonna be the new, future currencies and stuff like that. But I did an interview with, like I said, Dave and Frank. It's on my channel. Go ahead and check it out. I thought that they did a pretty good job of explaining, you know, uh, what they thought about cryptocurrency, what it means for the future, how to invest in it. And I was actually supposed to get back together with them and kind of hold like a little webinar so the people can ask questions and stuff like that. And I was gonna do it like in a private stream on YouTube, but I was gonna have it set up through GoToMeeting, so where people would be able to ask questions and open up their mic and speak and stuff like that. But we just never got around to it. Like I said, I'm constantly researching, constantly working on my research, perfecting and honing my craft and doing what I do, as well as I got the private group. So I really don't have the time to, But like I said, I got their email on my on in a link on the actual video that I did with them in the interview. So if you want to email them and check them out, by all means, they're some good guys, So he said that's interesting. Just to let you know, the Federal Reserve has came out saying that they are in the process of making their own cryptocurrency called FedCoin. Well, because I honestly believe that it was their invention. Like I said, they listen. Let me explain something to you. Everything that takes place in this country, everything that takes place in this country is by design. Nothing in this country happens by chance. Nothing. It's all planned and it's all designed. Nothing in this country happens by, oh, it just fell out of the sky. So instead of converting your crypto into fiat, converting it into Federal Reserve crypto notes. Basically, yeah, laugh out loud. That's true. Billy Tuga said, seems like they're trying to bury a lot of history. Yeah, because history is, man, how you heard me kind of go in and the uh last Wednesday where I talked about the history aspect to all of this, because the reason why you have to understand history and you got to go back and you got to look at all of those treaties, the Treaty of Ghent, Treaty of Washington, Treaty of Paris. The reason why you got to go back and you got to look at those treaties, because you got to put your brain in the mindset of what was going on when this country was still a country before the government turned itself into a corporation. You gotta be able to go back and you gotta try to piece it all together so you can see, okay, Who was the players? Okay, what game were they playing? What was their ins? What was their outs? What was they, what was their angles in regards to what they were trying to do? Well, who at that time controlled the money? Because whoever controls the money, that is true. Whoever controls the money controls the show. But it's not so much because you got multiple hands controlling the money now. That's not what they because they do. That's done. It's like order out of chaos. Seriously. Now that's true. But what they really want people to pay attention to is not so much as, you know, where the money is coming from. It's just they want people to focus on who's controlling the money. But if you got so many people that's controlling the money, how you gonna find the actual role? So you see how there is some truth where a lot of people like to call them the kooks and stuff like that, the Jordan Maxwells of the world, the David Ickeys and people like that. But there is some truth in regards to some of the stuff that they say, because this is how these people create order. They create order out of chaos. If you have everybody looking in different directions, everybody gonna argue and be like, oh, no, my answer is right. No, my answer is right. And at the end of the day, they sitting back all laughing, like, you know. But yeah, man, to me, like I said, you can check it out. I thought it was a good interview. I noticed some people emailed me privately and was like, no, I wouldn't do any investing with these guys or something like that. But it is what it is. But the Federal Reserve note, man, trust me, is behind cryptocurrency. And they put it out to get a test run to see how many people will actually bite and then flip and invest into it. And you got to remember what's going on right now. National debt is $21 trillion. So the fact that the national debt is $21 trillion, uh, the Feds is essentially continuing to try to incentivize Congress to continue to spend. Like right now, throughout the Donald Trump presidency, I'm gonna explain something to you guys, man. Uh, I honestly believe that the United States, or let me just say this, I honestly believe that Donald Trump was selected to be the president to preside over the bankruptcy of the United States because the United States uh intends to default on what is it? They owe China what 1.2 trillion, and I think they owe no, I think they owe China 2 trillion, and I think they owe Japan 1.2 trillion. But I honestly believe that the United States is going to put the stick on China as well as Japan and just say, you know what, whatever, you guys bought it, but we ain't paying up no more. And if you want to go to war, let's go ahead and go to war. Because if you notice, if you take a look, and I'm gonna drop some game real quick. I pay attention to the fact that when Donald Trump had released his portfolio and all of the stocks that he had invested in, every last one of those companies, the stock prices have increased. And in particular, he had about 4 defense contractors on his actual portfolio. And in his portfolio, if you go ahead and you look at the price of all of those stocks have become blue chip stocks. That is not done by coincidence. And you figure, hell, just from a symbolic standpoint, you figure, hell, who better than to preside over your default if you're gonna if you're gonna default on the actual loans, and you're gonna go, you already bankrupt, so it's not like he is presiding over the bankruptcy of the United States, but what president hasn't since 33? But what I'm saying is that okay, if from a symbolic standpoint, it kind of go hand in hand. Like, well, hell, this what he do. He jerk investors. I took your money and you're not gonna get it back. I mean, so, and I honestly feel as if that's what's going on with the United States, meaning that the United States. Wow, that would happen. Meaning that the United States is going to default on this public debt. Damn, that would happen. I'm loading back up my chat, you guys. I couldn't see if anybody had left anything in the chat. Okay, but yeah, left none. But yeah, that's what I honestly believe is taking place, and that's what I honestly believe is happening right now. Yeah, but all of those four defense contractors have basically reinvented themselves during his presidency in under 2 years. When does that ever happen? I mean, hell, you can give every company any type of or every corporation any all types of tax cuts and stuff like that. And minimum, it's going to take them 4 years before they actually reap uh, proceeds and dividends from the actual tax cuts. But you accelerate it by basically telling China to take a hike. And if you guys been paying attention, you guys will see that in retaliation, China, has refused to purchase the United States recyclables, or basically the fucking trash. They don't want it. Literally, the trash. They don't want the trash. So that was the first recycle of retaliation, which was the recyclements. Now, I honestly believe that, and you guys mark my words on this. I honestly believe that China is secretly formed. See, this is why this big Russian collusion bullshit is, it's all bullshit. But this is why I honestly believe that uh, Congress is trying to get Trump out of office because they don't want China to basically form an alliance with Russia, whether it be publicly or in secret. You know, that's what I honestly, because I honestly believe the United States is going to default on both of those debts to China and Japan. That's just my honest opinion. I feel as if they're going to default on both of those debts. Yeah. But yeah, man, if anybody got any questions, go ahead and ask a few questions, and we'll go ahead and get ready to get up out of here and let everybody enjoy their weekend. The cowards didn't want to come on and dress me. I would have came on a show. It didn't matter. I emailed them, like I said earlier, and told them, I said, hey, well, we could do it on my platform, your platform. I'll go live tonight. So yeah, that's my honest opinion, though. That is my honest opinion. I feel as if the United States does not want to pay down the national debt, but at least 4 trillion of it and get it back to where it looks halfway decent, so the Congress members can go back to their home states and tell their constituents that I'm doing a good job over on Capitol Hill over there for you, and the public will reinvest sweat equity into the public debt, which is about what the public debt that the actual public, i.e., citizens, own, which is 14 trillion. So we shall see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It feels pretty good to go live, though. It feels pretty good to go live and just chop it up with everybody. It's been a minute. It had been a while, so it was definitely needed, and it was fun, and I'll do it again. I'll try to do it every Friday. But if I can't do it every Friday, then hey, don't hold it against me. I'm busy. But with that being said, man, if don't nobody got nothing else that they wish to discuss or want to hear, yes, Billy. Yup. We are most definitely good for next Wednesday. And the new group member, like I said, I'm gonna have her introduce herself, and everybody can introduce themselves to her as well. She seems very nice and eager to learn, and is not shy about asking questions. And I give her that because I know how a lot of people, tense up a little bit, but she most definitely is not. I think just kind of gotta. Uh, we got to get her to slow down a little bit, though. You can't put as I always say, you can't put the cart before the horse, though. So yeah, but yeah, most definitely we are good for next Wednesday. Yeah, yeah. I was just literally, like I said, I had went to the gym Tuesday morning as well, and I had ran for about almost 3 hours, so my legs were shot, and I was beat. So, but yeah, we most definitely are on for next week. Yeah. Yeah, but everybody, hey, it was good chopping up with everybody. If you guys want, I'll leave this one up. Uh, you guys can go back and review it or something like that if you guys want to, or just listen to it on the playback. Nonetheless, it was good. Just like I said, chopping it up with everybody. This is DreChilly signing out. Everybody have a good weekend. DreChilly signing out. Remember, power to the people, and only in the people we shall trust. All of the turncoats, people that are committing treason, and people that are affecting equality, go to hell.